My sister recorded my mental breakdown and posted it on TikTok for views. When I begged her to take it down, she said, "It's already viral. Now mom says I should be grateful she's bringing awareness." My sister filmed me having a panic attack in my bathroom and it's sitting at 2.3 million views on TikTok right now. I found out yesterday when my coworker showed me during lunch. She didn't know it was me at first because my sister cropped my face, but you can hear me sobbing and hyperventilating on the floor. You can see my hands shaking while I'm trying to breathe. The caption says, "When your sister finally breaks after years of acting perfect," with some bullshit mental health awareness hashtags. I called her immediately. She answered with, "Oh my god, did you see? It's already at like 2 million. Take it down." What? Why? I couldn't even get words out properly. That was private. I was having a breakdown and you just stood there and filmed me? You're being dramatic. I cropped your face. No one knows it's you. I know it's me. My coworkers are showing it to me at work. Take it the fuck down. She got quiet for a second. Then she said, "It's bringing awareness to mental health struggles. People are commenting about how it helped them feel less alone." I don't care. That's my breakdown. In my worst moment. You had no right. You're always so selfish. This is bigger than you now. I hung up and called my mom. Told her everything. I was still crying, barely making sense, but I needed someone on my side. Mom called me back an hour later. "I talked to your sister. She showed me the post." "Good. Tell her to delete it." "Honey, I actually think you should leave it up." I felt like I'd been punched. What? It's already viral. She can't put that genie back in the bottle. And honestly, she's right about the awareness part. I read some of the comments and people are really connecting with it. "Mom, she violated my privacy. She filmed me at my absolute lowest without permission. I understand you're upset, but she's your sister. She loves you, and look at all the good it's doing. Sometimes we have to sacrifice our comfort for the greater good." I started laughing because what else could I do? "You're seriously telling me to be grateful? I'm telling you to think about others for once. This could help thousands of people. By exploiting my trauma?" She sighed like I was being difficult. "You're making this about you when it's about mental health." I hung up on her too. My sister texted me later that night. "Mom told me you're being difficult about this. The video stays up. I'm not deleting something that's helping people just because you're embarrassed." I wasn't embarrassed. I was humiliated. Violated. I kept refreshing the video and watching the views climb. 2.4 million. 2.6 million. People in the comments were praising my sister for being vulnerable and authentic. One comment said, "Your sister is lucky to have you there for her." I almost threw my phone. I contacted TikTok directly, reported it for privacy violations. They sent me an automated response about their review process taking 24 to 48 hours. My sister posted a follow-up video yesterday. Her face this time, looking concerned and compassionate. Some people have been asking about my sister from the viral video. She's actually really mad at me right now for posting it, but I want you guys to know that mental health awareness is more important than one person's discomfort. Sometimes love means doing the hard thing. The comments are split now. Half are still supporting her. Half are calling her exploitative. But the video's at 3.1 million views and she's gained 47,000 followers. I sent her one final text. "If that video isn't down in 24 hours, I'm never speaking to you again." "I'm serious." She replied, "Guess we're not speaking then. This is too important." I blocked her number. Blocked her on everything. Mom called me this morning. "You're really going to throw away your relationship with your sister over a video?" She was trying to help. She was trying to go viral. And she did. Using my trauma. "You're being selfish and stubborn. Family is more important than your pride. My privacy is more important than her follower count." Mom hasn't called back. TikTok still hasn't taken the video down. My sister posted another follow-up about toxic family members who don't support mental health advocacy. I'm apparently the villain now in her narrative. I'm not going to her apartment. I'm not responding to any messages. I'm done. But now some of my family is saying I'm overreacting, that I should be proud the video is helping people, that I'm making this harder than it needs to be. Am I a butthole for cutting off my sister over this? TikTok took the video down this morning. Not because they suddenly grew a conscience. Because my sister's ex-boyfriend reported it too, and apparently when multiple people flag something for the same privacy violation, their system actually pays attention. Found that out when he texted me. We haven't spoken in 2 years, not since he and my sister broke up, but he said he saw the video making rounds and recognized our bathroom tile. Said he was sorry and that what she did was fucked up. I didn't know whether to thank him or feel worse that my breakdown was recognizable by bathroom tile. But the damage was already done. The video had been up for 4 days. Someone had already ripped it and reposted it on Instagram. Then Twitter. Then YouTube. My sister's follower count hit 89,000 before the original got taken down. She called me 17 times yesterday. I didn't answer. Then she showed up at my apartment. I opened the door because I'm an idiot who thought maybe she'd come to apologize. "You got my video removed." Not a question. An accusation. "Yeah, I did. Do you have any idea what you just cost me?" I had sponsorship offers coming in. Real money. A mental health app wanted to partner with me. I just stared at her. "You're mad about sponsorships?" "I'm mad that you ruined something good because you can't handle being vulnerable." "I didn't choose to be vulnerable. You made that choice for me when you decided to film me without consent." She rolled her eyes. Actually rolled her eyes. "God, you sound like a lawyer. It's social media. Everyone shares everything. Everyone shares their own stuff. You shared mine, and people loved it. Do you know how many messages I got from people saying it helped them? That they felt less alone? I don't care. Her face changed then. Got mean. You've always been jealous of me. This is just another example. I laughed. Couldn't help it. Jealous? Of what? Your willingness to exploit family members for internet points? Of my success. My following. The fact that people actually care about what I have to say. They don't care about you. They care about watching someone else's trauma. There's a difference. She stepped closer, got right in my face. You're just bitter because your life is boring. Nothing ever happens to you worth sharing. Something did happen to me. A panic attack. And you turned it into content. Because it mattered. Because it could help people. Then film yourself having a breakdown. Post that. See how vulnerable you really want to be. She grabbed my wrist. Tight. You don't get to tell me what to do with my platform. I yanked my arm back. Get out. Not until you admit you're just doing this to hurt me. I'm doing this because you violated my privacy. Because you filmed me at my lowest and decided your follower count mattered more than my consent. Now get the fuck out of my apartment. She didn't move, just stood there staring at me like she was waiting for me to back down. I pulled out my phone. Leave or I'm calling the cops. For what? Having a conversation with my sister? For trespassing. You're not welcome here anymore. She left, slammed the door hard enough that my neighbor came out to check if everything was okay. Mom called an hour later. Your sister is hysterical. What did you say to her? I told her to leave my apartment. She said you threatened to call the police on her. Because she wouldn't leave when I asked her to. She's your sister. You can't just shut her out like this. Watch me. This is getting out of hand. You need to forgive her and move on. She hasn't apologized. Because she doesn't think she did anything wrong. And honestly, neither do I. That video helped people. It hurt me. Sometimes we have to endure discomfort for the greater good. Then you endure it. Let her post videos of you without permission and see how you feel. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not. I'm serious. If this is really about mental health awareness and not about her getting famous, then she should have no problem posting vulnerable moments of other family members. I'm sure you've had some rough days. She can film those. Mom went quiet. Then, that's different. How? Because I'm private. I wouldn't want that. And you think I did? She hung up without answering. My sister posted a video this afternoon. Crying, talking about how her own family turned on her for trying to spread awareness. How her sister got her content removed and threatened her with police. How she's being punished for caring too much. The comments are eating it up. Calling me toxic. Calling me abusive. Someone started a hashtag about supporting content creators against family sabotage. I'm tagged in half of them even though I don't have TikTok. People found my Instagram somehow. My DMs are flooded with strangers calling me selfish, bitter, jealous. Telling me I should be grateful my sister cares about mental health. One message said, people like you are why others suffer in silence. Another said, you're hurting the mental health community. I deleted Instagram off my phone. My sister's follower count hit 100,000 this morning. She posted a celebration video thanking everyone for their support during this difficult time with family. My aunt called, Dad's sister, someone I actually trust. She said she saw everything and that I'm not wrong. That what my sister did was exploitation, not advocacy. That mom's enabling it because she's always enabled my sister's behavior. It helped. A little. But I'm still the villain in my sister's narrative and there's 100,000 people who believe her version. Am I wrong for not just letting this go? My sister got fired from her actual job yesterday. Turns out when you spend 8 hours a day managing your TikTok comments and filming content in the office bathroom, your employer notices. Her boss called her in and told her she was spending more time on her phone than doing her actual work. She tried to argue that her platform was basically a second job now, that she was building a brand. He told her to build it somewhere else. She posted about it immediately. Made herself the victim again. Said her workplace was punishing her success and discriminating against content creators. Got another wave of sympathy comments. Her followers ate it up. I only know this because my aunt sent me screenshots. I'm still blocked from seeing her actual page. Then my cousin reached out. Dad's brother's kid, someone I see maybe twice a year at family stuff. She said my sister had been texting her asking if she had any embarrassing stories or photos of me from when we were younger. Said she was working on a video essay about family dynamics and trauma, and needed examples. My cousin told her no and then called to warn me. So now my sister isn't just defending what she already did. She's actively looking for more material. More of my life to turn into her content. I called Dad. We don't talk much since he and Mom divorced when I was 19, but I needed someone who might actually hear me. He listened to everything, didn't interrupt once. When I finished, he said, your mother always let her get away with too much. What do? You protect yourself. Document everything. Save the videos, the comments, the messages from your cousin. If this gets worse, you'll need proof. You think it'll get worse? I think your sister found something that gives her attention and money. People don't give that up easy. He was right. 2 days later, my sister posted a new video. Not about me specifically, but about toxic family members who try to silence your truth. About how some people can't handle other people's success. How she's been getting threats from someone in her family and might need to take legal action to protect herself. Legal action. Against me. For what? Getting her video taken down. The comments were predictable. People telling her to get a restraining order. Calling her family abusive. Saying she should cut us all off. I screenshot everything like Dad said. Then yesterday morning Mom called. Different tone this time. Worried instead of defensive. Your sister's talking about suing you. For what? Defamation. She says you've been telling people she's a bad person and it's affecting her brand deals. I haven't talked to anyone about this except family. Well, she has a lawyer now. Or she says she does. I don't know if she's serious or just trying to scare you. She should be scared. She violated my privacy and she's still trying to profit from it. Please just talk to her. Work this out. I can't handle my daughters not speaking. Then tell her to apologize and delete everything. You know she won't do that. Then I guess we're not speaking. Mom started crying. Real tears, not manipulation. I just want my family back. Your family included a daughter who respected my boundaries. I don't know who this person is. She hung up without saying goodbye. My sister's follower count hit 150,000 yesterday. She posted a photo of herself looking sad with a caption about how success comes with sacrifice and sometimes that sacrifice is family. Got 50,000 likes. Then last night I got a message from someone I didn't know. They said they were a journalist writing an article about viral content and family consent. They'd seen my sister's videos and wanted my side of the story. I almost ignored it, thought about just letting this whole thing disappear. But then I thought about my bathroom tile being recognizable. About strangers watching me sob. About my sister actively looking for more material to use. I responded, told them everything, sent screenshots of the texts, my sister showing up at my apartment, mom saying I should be grateful. The journalists said they'd protect my identity and that they thought this was an important story about the ethics of viral content. Article published this morning. Didn't use my name but included enough details that anyone following my sister's drama would know exactly who it was about. My phone hasn't stopped since. Mom called me screaming, said I went to the media to destroy my sister's career. That I'm vindictive and cruel. That I've gone too far. My sister posted a response video within an hour. Crying again, talking about betrayal, about how her own family is trying to ruin her life. How she might lose everything she built because of one bitter person. But the comments are different now. Split down the middle, half still supporting her, half asking why she filmed someone without consent in the first place. People pointing out that mental health advocacy shouldn't come at someone else's expense. Her follower count is still growing but slower. Some sponsors pulled out. Someone screenshot a brand's comment saying they don't work with creators who exploit family members. My sister called me for the first time since I blocked her. Don't know how she got through. Her voice was shaking. You're really doing this? You're really trying to ruin everything I built? I'm trying to protect myself. By destroying me, you destroyed my privacy first. This was supposed to help people. It was supposed to make you famous. And it did. Congratulations. She was quiet for a long time. Then, I hope you're happy. I'm not, but I'm done being your content. She hung up. The article is getting shared everywhere now. People are tagging my sister in it, asking her to respond. Some of her old videos are being re-examined. People noticing she's filmed family members before without telling them. A video of mom at Christmas that she posted without asking. One of our grandfather at his birthday party where you can hear him say he doesn't want to be filmed but she kept recording anyway. Turns out I wasn't her first victim. Just her most profitable one. Did I take this too far by talking to that journalist? The lawyer my sister hired sent me a cease and desist letter 3 days ago. It arrived certified mail at my apartment. Big envelope, official letterhead, the whole thing. Claimed I was engaging in a targeted harassment campaign against her. That my statements to the journalist constituted defamation. That I was intentionally interfering with her business relationships and causing financial harm. They wanted me to sign a document agreeing to never speak publicly about her again. To delete any posts or comments mentioning her. To issue a public apology stating I made false claims. I took it to a lawyer Dad helped me find. She read through it and laughed. This is barely coherent. Half of these claims wouldn't hold up for 5 minutes in court. Truth is an absolute defense against defamation, and everything you told that journalist was documented fact. So I don't have to worry? I didn't say that. Your sister clearly has money to burn on legal threats even if she'd lose. That alone can be exhausting. But no, you don't need to comply with any of this. She drafted a response, professional but firm. Basically said my sister could try to sue if she wanted but we had extensive documentation of her filming me without consent, harassing me for trying to protect my privacy, and actively seeking more material to exploit. My sister's response was immediate. She posted the cease and desist letter on TikTok. Redacted my name but not well enough. You could still see my address through the black marker if you looked close. The caption said, when you try to protect yourself and your family weapon ezesh the legal system against you. My address. On a video that got 200,000 views in 4 hours. I called the lawyer back. She said we could potentially report it as doxing but the platforms are slow to respond. Better to just document it as part of the pattern. Then the messages started. People found my Instagram even though I'd deleted the app. They got my Facebook, my LinkedIn. Someone found my work email and sent me a paragraph about how people like me or why content creators struggle. My boss called me into his office yesterday. Asked if everything was okay because someone had called the company claiming I was harassing my sister online. He'd seen the articles by then. Knew my side, but he looked concerned. This isn't affecting your work, but I need to know if it's going to become a bigger problem. I'm handling it, because if people start calling here regularly or showing up, that becomes a workplace safety issue. I told him I understood. Spent the rest of the day feeling sick. My sister gained another 50,000 followers from the cease and desist video. Brand deals started coming back. Someone even offered her a podcast deal to talk about surviving family trauma and public scrutiny. She's making money off of trying to sue me, turning her legal threats into content. Mom showed up at my apartment last night without calling first. I almost didn't let her in but she looked terrible. Exhausted and older than I'd ever seen her. Your sister's talking about writing a book. I didn't say anything about her experience with mental health advocacy and family betrayal. She has a publisher interested. Of course she does. She wants to include your breakdown. Says it's essential to the narrative. The publisher is asking for photos, more details about that day. She doesn't have photos. Mom looked at the floor. She asked me if I had any. From when you were younger. Any hard times you went through that I might have documented. My stomach dropped. What did you tell her? I said no, but she's persistent. She keeps asking. And you came here to warn me or to convince me to give her permission? I came because I don't know what to do anymore. She's my daughter. You're my daughter. This has gotten so far out of hand and I don't know how to fix it. You fix it by telling her to stop. By taking my side for once. By being my mother instead of her audience. I'm trying to be both. You can't be both when one of us is actively trying to exploit the other. She left without arguing, just walked out looking defeated. The journalist who wrote the original article contacted me again this morning. Said they'd been getting calls from other people with similar stories about my sister. Family members she'd filmed without permission over the years. Friends who'd asked her to take things down and been refused. They're working on a follow-up piece. Wanted to know if I'd participate again. I said yes. My sister must have found out somehow because she posted another video an hour ago. Not crying this time, angry, talking directly to the camera like she was talking to me. Some people will do anything to tear down someone else's success. Even family, especially family, but I'm not backing down. I'm not deleting my platform. I'm not apologizing for helping people. And if certain individuals want to keep trying to destroy what I've built, they're going to find out I can fight back. The comments are vicious. People saying I deserve whatever I get. That I'm clearly unstable and jealous. Someone said they hoped I'd learn my lesson when the lawsuit bankrupts me. My aunt called tonight. Dad's sister, the one who's been supportive. Her voice was shaking. Your sister showed up at my house today. What? She wanted to talk. Said she was trying to understand why the family was turning against her. I told her I wasn't discussing it and she needed to leave. She stood on my porch filming the whole thing. Posted it online saying I slammed the door in her face when she tried to reconcile. I'm so sorry. This isn't your fault. But you need to know she's escalating. She's not just coming after you anymore. She's targeting anyone who won't support her narrative. I checked her page through a burner account my cousin made for me. The video of my aunt is there. Caption about how even extended family has turned toxic. 40,000 likes already. She's not going to stop. The more attention this gets, the more followers she gains, the more justified she feels. Every piece of criticism just becomes more content. Every boundary someone sets becomes proof of their betrayal. And I started this by getting that first video taken down. My lawyer says we have a strong case if we want to pursue legal action against her for harassment. But that means more money, more time, more of my life consumed by this. Dad says I should do it anyway. That bullies only stop when you make them. But I keep thinking about what happens next. She'll film the courthouse. She'll post about being sued by her own family. She'll turn it into her redemption arc, the creator who survived being attacked by the people who should have loved her. She'll find a way to win no matter what I do. Should I just walk away and let her have her platform? Or do I keep fighting even though it means this never ends? I filed a police report 2 weeks ago. Not for harassment, for the doxing. My lawyer said once my address was visible in that video, even partially, it crossed into criminal territory. The detective assigned to my case seemed skeptical at first. Asked if this was really worth pursuing or if it was just a family disagreement. Then I showed him everything. The original bathroom video. The screenshots of her asking my cousin for embarrassing material. The cease and desist letter she posted with my address showing through. The messages from strangers who'd found my work email. All of it. His face changed. He said he'd seen cases like this before. Creators who got so caught up in engagement metrics they stopped seeing the people they were hurting as real. My sister was contacted by police 4 days later. She posted about it immediately, of course. Made herself look like a victim of police harassment. Said her family had weaponized law enforcement against her. The video got 500,000 views. But something shifted in the comments. People started asking questions. Why would police actually follow up if there wasn't something real here? What exactly did she do that warranted an investigation? The second journalist article published the same day. This one included interviews with 6 other people my sister had filmed without consent over the years. A former roommate, 2 ex-friends, 3 distant relatives, all of them with similar stories. Her dismissing their discomfort, her prioritizing content over their privacy, her turning their pain into her platform. The article included a statement from a digital ethics professor about consent in viral content. About how views and likes don't justify exploitation. About how mental health advocacy that harms the mentally ill person being filmed isn't advocacy at all. My sister's response video was different this time. No tears, just anger. She called everyone who spoke to that journalist traitors and liars. Said they were coordinating an attack against her because they couldn't handle her success. That she was the real victim of a smear campaign. But her comments section was turning. More and more people pointing out that 6 separate sources all telling similar stories suggested a pattern. Brand deals started falling through again. The podcast offer got rescinded. Her follower count actually dropped for the first time. She lost about 30,000 people in 3 days. Then the publisher pulled out of the book deal. Mom called me crying when that happened. Said my sister was devastated. That this was her dream opportunity and I destroyed it by talking to journalists and filing police reports. She destroyed it herself when she decided my trauma was her content. She's talking about hurting herself. She says she has nothing left. My chest got tight. If she's serious, Call 911. Get her help, but don't put that on me. You're her sister, and she's mine. That didn't stop her from violating my privacy repeatedly for money. Mom hung up. I sat on my bathroom floor, the same floor where I'd had that panic attack, and cried. Not for my sister, for the relationship we used to have before she found out people would pay attention to her if she made me her villain. The police investigation wrapped up last week. They couldn't charge her criminally because apparently doxing laws are complicated, and her lawyer argued she didn't intentionally expose my address. But they documented everything, said it could be used if I wanted to pursue a civil case or if she escalated further. My lawyer sent her legal team a letter outlining our options. We could sue for invasion of privacy, emotional distress, and damages from the doxing. We had documentation of everything. We had multiple witnesses. We had her own videos as evidence. Her lawyer called mine 3 days later. They wanted to settle. The terms were simple. She deletes every video that references me, directly or indirectly. She issues a public statement saying she filmed family members without consent and it was wrong. She agrees to never post content featuring me or about me again. She pays my legal fees. In exchange, I don't sue and the police report stays as just a report. I signed it yesterday. She posted the apology this morning. It was brief, stilted, clearly written by her lawyer. I apologize for posting content featuring family members without their explicit consent. I recognize this was wrong and have removed the relevant videos. I will be more mindful of privacy and consent going forward. No mention of me specifically. No actual acknowledgement of the harm. Just enough to satisfy the settlement terms. The comments are ruthless. People calling her out for the vague non-apology. Pointing out she only apologized after legal pressure. Saying her whole platform was built on exploitation and their unfollowing. She's lost another 60,000 followers since the apology posted. Mom hasn't called. I don't know if she's angry at me or just exhausted. Either way, I'm not reaching out first. Dad checked in yesterday. Asked how I was holding up. I told him I felt empty more than anything. No relief, no satisfaction. Just tired. That's normal, he said. Winning doesn't always feel like winning when it's against family. My aunt invited me over for dinner last week. We didn't talk about my sister at all. Just ate and watched a movie and existed in the same space without drama. It felt like medicine. I deactivated my Instagram permanently. Kept my Facebook private and friends only. Changed my work email. Built walls everywhere I could because even though the videos are gone, the internet is forever. Someone somewhere has copies. Someone will remember. I still can't use that bathroom without thinking about it. About lying on the floor unable to breathe while my sister stood in the doorway filming. About how the worst moment of my life became entertainment for millions of strangers. My therapist says that's trauma. Says it'll take time to process. Says I did the right thing by protecting myself even though it felt like burning my family down to do it. I don't know if I believe her yet. My sister's follower count is at 140,000 now. She's still posting, but the content has changed. More generic mental health quotes. Less personal stuff. Nothing about family. She's trying to rebuild but people remember. The internet doesn't forget. Sometimes I wonder if I should feel guilty. If I took it too far by talking to journalists and involving police. If I destroyed her dreams over a video. Then I remember how she looked at me when I begged her to take it down. How she chose views over my dignity. How she went looking for more material to exploit when the first video got deleted. How she tried to sue me for telling the truth. And I remember I didn't destroy anything. She did. I just refused to be destroyed with her. Am I supposed to feel bad that protecting myself had consequences for the person hurting me?